Hello and welcome. It's a new day. We're gonna keep on mining some diamonds in the little hole I digged myself into. We were pretty successful yesterday. Oh yeah, that's right. It was only yesterday. And we're gonna continue and hope to be successful once again. And today's video is more of a, I'd say, self-reflection for me once again. Because I've been once again going through some bad habits. I've been quite mad again over nothing, and yeah, I'm just start to tell this story. So, yesterday we were at my place. We packed our stuff to go to my girlfriend's place, and unfortunately, I made a human mistake of breaking something. Now I have a bad habit of just breaking things in my life. In general, I seem to destroy a lot of things, and it's a thing I don't like about myself pretty much. And well, all I can say is I'm trying to do better, but sometimes things just happen, you know? Sometimes things still break, even though I don't want them to. And unfortunately, I have a problem with accepting that I've made a mistake and accepting that it was bound to happen. There was no way around it. If God told me it was bound to happen, then I wouldn't learn from it. Or at least I wouldn't try to even learn from it or reflect from it. I would just wait out the moment and think to myself, it could happen any second, and I don't know when it will. And in that case, you would live your life in worries and being scared of what's gonna happen and trying to change it. But that's not the way you should live life, in my opinion. You should live life the way it feels best for you. You should do the things that feel right to you. That's just my opinion, if you ask me. And yeah. Me being the way I am, with my anger issues, which I am still having some problems with, but, well, nice. Let's just say I'm trying to make progress. Let's just call it that. Ooh. That is delicious and 8 vein. Whew. That's quite good. No, I don't have room for that. That's quite good. So, where was I? We found some diamonds again. Even a whole lot, to be exact, but I got off topic again. As always. Don't I know it? Always getting off topic, don't I? As I said, I have some anger issues. When I make certain mistakes, when I let down people or let people wait because I did something wrong, or if I treat people wrong, especially people that are dear to my heart. I let it get a hold of myself, and even if they forgive me, I, for some reason, don't forgive myself most often. And then, for some reason, I let out too much anger and start to hurt myself. Punching against walls, doing all that kind of stuff, you know. Nothing I would recommend to any of you, but that's unfortunately the truth of how I most oftenly let out my anger. Because I don't have it under control. And as I say, I'm just telling these stories about myself and everything just because I always try to do better, try to reflect on myself. I know I have a lot to do, and every time something like that comes up once again, it just shows me of how much I still have to improve as a human being to be the man I want to become, you know? But at least I get told by my girlfriend because she most oftenly sees it now when I do mess up, get angry about myself and start punching my wall or my chair. She notices and she sees if I make progress or not. My goodness, I am a lucky fella, aren't I? I am a one lucky fella. My oh my, I am a lucky fella. 55 diamonds already. That is so much, man. That is truly a blessing. And yeah, all I can say is I'm not proud with the way I handled it. And that's the worst part when you're angry because you did something wrong, when you're angry at yourself and then you let out the anger on your loved ones. Talk a bit roughly around them. I talked in a bit of a too loud tone to her and I'm not proud of it, not one bit. I apologized many times to her, but she seems to have accepted my apology and well, I don't seem to accept mine yet. But right now, it's getting a bit better. I'm trying to forgive myself for the things I've done. Because at the end of the day, I'm just a human being as well. Just trying to live my life as best as I can. And what helped me a lot with getting over that, because that all started yesterday, but it still stayed for some reason when little things came up. I remembered what I did and I noticed when I reflect upon it, the longer time goes by, the more it heals. But in my case, I don't forgive, I rather forget of what I did. And once that anger boils up again because of something that may have happened, I start to get angry at myself and remember everything I did wrong in my past. And just bash at me with harsh words. And I'm trying to tell you, that is not a healthy way to deal with those things. If you have anger issues, I would try to observe the mistake that has made you angry. Try to observe yourself. Try to observe what your brain starts to think, how your brain tells you stuff and everything, because I have this thing when I get angry. It's like an itch. It's like an itch or a little sting in my head. That's what it feels like. Like an itch or a little sting in my head. that's just telling me, ooh, didn't like that. Like a simple signal that feels like a scratch in my brain. And, well, all I can say is I'm not trying to give that itch too much attention, but today, upon reflecting on this, I've noticed that I did such things. And that this reaction mostly comes from a feeling that feels like a little scratch in my head, or like an itch, whatever you may want to call it. And then after that itch goes away, easily, I'm getting angrier much easier. That's what I'm trying to say simply. Through that, I'm getting angrier. Getting angry quite easily. And what I can suggest you do when you have problems, especially emotionally, observe yourself in that moment when you made a mistake, when you feel quite emotional, when you've done something wrong, when you did someone else wrong, when you did yourself wrong. Don't try to look for forgiveness in that moment instantly. Another thing I do wrong. But rather try to understand why you did that, what you did wrong, and try to truly learn from that experience that what you did didn't feel right to you, and you need to do it better the next time. That's what I'm trying to learn. To handle my emotions with a good manner. To feel them, but to not let them take over and to control me, because I give them too much power. Because at the end of the day, every thought, everything that happens in life that you can't control, or a mistake that happens, you can control your reaction to it, and you decide how much value you give every single thing that happens in your life, and not only the things that happen, but also the things that you think. Also to them you give value daily. And as I said, all I'm trying to say is, and tell you is, my suggestion, I'm still work in progress, you know. Still trying to work on myself, progress, become a better human being, become the man that I truly want to be for myself, for the people around me. And all I can do is share my experience, because talking about it helps quite a bit, to be honest. And not just talking about it, but also sharing my experience, sharing my thoughts. It's just a real help. And if you guys have similar problems, all I'm trying to do is help if anyone can relate to things such as these, you know? Goodness me. Interesting. I'm below a cave. That's funny. So yeah. I think... Oh yeah, that's funny. that, I'm gonna end today's video on this note. If you have struggles in life, try to observe what you did without any emotion. But just observe, as if you view everything from another perspective for once. And try to see what you could have done better that time. Gonna put a torch there. And yeah, if you have problems, if you struggle, talk to others, talk to yourself, do some proper self-talk. Give yourself some proper self-talk. Don't be just negative. See the progress you've made in life. Be honest to yourself. And try your best. Don't waste your life. Do what you love. Don't be too lazy. You can take some time off here and there. You can give yourself some time to just lay back, sit back, and take in some fresh air from time to time. But, as I said, I don't suggest you do that too often. And see that there's always something you can do, most definitely. And yeah, I just wanted to get that out of my system, get that out of my head, and just accept what has happened, leave that chapter closed, note it as a lesson learned, and I can only truly test myself if I learned that lesson when something similar will happen again. And I know similar things will happen again that could cause an quite angry eruption or reaction from me, but I will try to do my best to not get too deep into it and to not let my emotions take the better of me. And yeah, that's about it. Thank you for watching, as always. Thank you for every comment and like. New subscriber, thank you for 55 subscribers. We're still making progress. It is wonderful to see. We passed the 50 subscriber mark. We passed the halfway to 100 subscribers, which is really wonderful, and that's nice. Some diamonds at the end. And I'm just grateful to see all of this happening, because I never thought I would be in such a scenario where I would actually be in that lucky position. And just enjoy life, do what feels right to me, and damn, that was a big vein. As I said, it's truly a blessing. I'm very thankful for each and every single one of you helping me out, making my dream come true slowly but surely, eventually, hopefully, to do this as a full-timer and to not have to work a normal job ever again, because I do not like that. So, as always, worry a little less, love a little more, live your life to the fullest of your capability, do what you think is right. And what also helped today, I must admit, was to take a walk. So not only reflect, but maybe even try to combine that reflection with taking a walk outside and breathing some fresh air, you know? Because that walk a few hours ago with my girlfriend and her family really helped out. So thank you again, as always, for all the love and support. Thank you for being here with me, sitting here to me to listen sitting here with me, listening to me talk to you. And after this one, I wish you a wonderful and amazing day. And till next time, goodbye!